Hello, mineral artists. I am Mrs. Cleary at Northside, and I am here to share with you how to make a monochromatic digital collage. So there are 3 different art words we're going to talk about before we get started creating. So the first art word I mentioned was collage. So a collage is a piece of art made by sticking various different materials together. I have a couple of examples of some collages. A tree, so they have whoever created this cut different tree parts out of maybe magazines or photographs and arranged them in a different way on their paper. On this side we have some birds and a bird nest. All of those things were cut and glued back together differently. Digital means we're going to create today on our computer. We are not going to use scissors and glue. We're going to be able to create a collage with different shapes right on our Chromebooks. But I said a fancy word, monochromatic. So the word mono means one, and chroma means color. So in our creation today, we are going to use just one color. If I Google searched monochromatic, you will see that when we use one color, it doesn't have to look the same. So here in this top row, there's a couple of different monochromatic colors of blue. So this wheel, this circle, has dark, dark blue all the way around the circle to where it looks completely white. So today as you're creating, you're not going to use the same value of a color. You'll have some choices of lights and darks. So to begin this project, we're going to open up a new tab on our Chromebooks. So at this point, I just want you watching, and you'll get to create after the video. With the new tab, we're going to go to our little waffle, or that set of dots, and we are going to go into our drive. So it's that triangle part. When we open up our drives, yours is going to look a little different than mine. I am going to go to the plus sign, and I'm going to click New. And oftentimes, as we're working at home for school, we might use a Google Doc or a Google Slide. But if we click this More button at the bottom, we're going to use Google Drawings today. I'm going to click that to open it up. And I get a brand new sheet of paper to create on. Before I start, I am going to title this. At the top, it just says Untitled Drawing. I'm going to name it my name and collage. In Google Drawing, we're going to use a lot of shapes in our collage. So if I go to Insert and I go down to Shape, a third one down, there are a couple of different options for shapes. I'm going to create a background. So the thing that I see the furthest back in my design, and I'm going to make it that rectangle shape to match this paper on my screen. So I'm going to start at the corner and I'm going to click and drag. And instead of seeing that little checkerboard pattern, now I see a color. You don't have to do blue for your design. Once I create a shape, I have some options at the top to fill it and to create a border. So if I go to fill, the cool thing about Google Drawings is that they actually grouped the colors monochromatically. So there is a row of reds. It's kind of 2 rows of reds. There's a row of oranges and yellows and greens, lots of blue options, some purples, some pinks. All right, I'm going to start with a lighter color, and I'm going to choose purples. So when I click that, I now have a purplish screen. Right now, if I click on that same shape, I do have a border and outline. So that is right here. I'm going to make mine transparent. I don't want to have a dark outline on this shape. You could choose to have an outline on some of the shapes as you create. So I'm going to go back up to Insert and make some more shapes. Let's see. Ooh, if I go over to shapes, there are a ton of options here. I'm going to create a trapezoid. I'm going to make it really big. All right, it's defaulting. That means it just keeps going back to that blue color, which is fine because I'm just going to go up to my paint bucket, the fill, and I'm going to pick a different kind of purple. That time it's a little darker. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take that pencil border off again by just clicking transparent. So your job today is to keep using shapes to create a collage, a design. You could think about your design being symmetrical, the same on both sides, or it could be asymmetrical, different. That's your choice. This purple is kind of similar to the color behind it. So I think I'm going to keep that outline on that shape. If your outline is black, that's okay. You could change the outline, the border, to a different purple or red or whatever color you're using. If you like a shape like this, you can go up to edit and you can copy and do an edit and paste, and you will get two of the same shapes. So if you're somebody who likes things that are the same on both sides, symmetrical, you can do a copy and a paste. I am going to move that one over a little bit. I guess I am creating a symmetrical design. I'm just going to keep creating by adding more shapes. Insert, shape. I'm going to pick something different. You could use arrows. Callouts are like little starburst shapes. You could use those. I'm not sure if we need math symbols today. I guess that's up to you. Let's see what a plus sign looks like. Oh, I kind of like that in my design. I'm going to make it a purple shade. And you could also use your arrow keys to move shapes around, or you can use your mouse if you have to move it fast. So I am going to keep building on this. When I have created something I really like, it's automatically saving into my drive. When we save this, are going to actually take a picture of it. So to take a picture of it, we're going to do a screenshot. I have a tab open right now to show you. On your Chromebooks, you have a control button in the bottom, and then you're going to have a button that looks like a box with a couple of lines next to it. If you press the control button first, and then that box key at the top of your keyboard, it will create a screenshot, and it will save it right into your drive. So some of you might be saying, well, why am I taking a picture of it when I can just open the file? That picture is going to be what you can put into Artsonia to share with your art teacher. So that's the spot that your artwork gets saved forever. So it's a nice spot to just kind of save all of your artwork. So I would take a screenshot when you're all done and upload it into Artsonia like your art teacher has showed you. So I hope that you enjoyed this new digital monochromatic collage. We look forward to seeing all of your hard work. Share your art with your teachers.